crop we will go for refreshing is banana. Normally it is also called apple of paradise, Musa species. Botanically, previously botany people will tell about Musa paradisica, but later the scientists Sherman and Simmons and Shepard, they are the main contributor for classification of the banana, and they call it as a Musa species because the Musa acuminata and Musa bulbicina, there is two blood genomes. Actually, over the natural process, a lot of cultivated bananas comes under diploids. But commercially, diploids also, or also there are few varieties and commercial cultivation is that we are also dealing that. And the important classification done by Simmons and Shepard. And origin is Indo-Malayan regions, Southeast Asia. I already discussed this one. Musa bulbicina and Musa acuminata. Acuminata means it is the blood is AA genome. Bulbicina is BB genome. So it has our teacher already written about this Simmons and Shepard, and Simmons the other given name for that. So it is also this pseudostem. Actually, you see that it is a pseudostem. It is also monoecious. The fruit is a berry. And inflorescence we call spadix, and about 40 leaves are formed till flowering. That is also is there. And the hands they will call it. Number of fruits seriously arranged is called hands, and each fruits they terminally call as fingers. I think he has given that. India is ranks first in the production of banana and ranks third in the area among the fruit crops in India. And the major producing states Maharashtra, followed by Tamil Nadu. And the practical productivity in Maharashtra is about 65 tons per hectare. Tamil Nadu is the largest producer of banana in India. In Tamil Nadu, the districts is going to Coimbatore, Erode, Trichy, Kanyakumari, Tuticorin, and all these places where predominantly banana is being cultivated. And we can classify it in the desert type and culinary types. Most of what we are using it is desert types, and the culinary types comes under Mondan, these are all. And the cooked one is called as Nandran, comes as a cooked one and used for various purposes for chips and everything. We will give the importance on that also. Important varieties they will cultivate commercially in Tamil Nadu. You can see the dwarf communities called as TC, Robusta, Mondan, Puvan, Nandran, and Rastali, Karpuravalli. These are all the Grand 9 is one, comes under the AAA group. It's one of the important varieties, ruling varieties, which is originated from Israel. It's a popular variety. The desert type already I told about that, discussed Robusta, fermentation Grand 9 and all. The culinary I have told Ash Mundan, Chakya and Wild Vadai. These are all this culinary purpose. Hill banana is being cultivated in the hilly regions where Saurayan hills and everything. Mostly the cultivar is Virupakshi and Srimalai. And the Namarai is also being cultivated, and red banana and Manoranjitham are also laden are also being cultivated, and the Kovan is also and akin to the hill banana has been released by the Tamil Nadu Agriculture University, Kovan, which is like the hill banana cultivated in the plain areas. Kindly note it. Kovan is a banana which is akin to hill banana being cultivated in plains. The genomes which is given, you can see that all the genomes in AAA and AAA, AAB and ABBB, these are all come under commercial. Robusta, I told about red banana, dwarf communities comes under AAA. And one is the Gros Michel. Gros Michel is international variety. That one is also comes under international variety. And AAB, Puvan, Rastali, Nandran comes under that groups, and ABB also comes, seal bananas comes under this AAB groups, and ABB groups, when you note that AAB comes under Sirmalai Pakshi, that also comes under AAB. ABB, the plants are some because the blood is B group is more. It's a stout, sturdy plants. That's a Karpurvalli and Payam comes under this ABB group. There is a tetraploids also there. That is border salta. 4 is a synthetic hybrid. It is 4A and A triple B. That is clutetraploid and Savai is a natural hybrid. Coming to our diploid cultivated is Anakamban, Namarai, Naipuvan and Ten Kunan. These are all the commercially cultivated diploid varieties. If they ask any questions on that, you should answer that. Mention any diploid varieties under commercial country, you can write this one. And there are specific resistant or being given in your PPT. You try to understand that. Then mostly is cooking varieties, Urupakshan, Sirmalai, mostly suitable for Panjamardam for hill areas. Rastal is the stable choice varieties. It has been given, and some of the international varieties also they have given. But Gram Michel is one of the international varieties. And if you climates, mostly it is sandy loam soil, even clay type also it comes cultivation, provided that water stagnation should not be there. In Trichy and other areas they are also cultivated in the paddy area also, it's being in Tanjavur cultivated. But the trench method they will follow it over which they will go for this Sesbania cultivation also, or betel vine is being cultivated in that. And the climatical conditions, it is also a tropical fruit crops. And also comes under hilly regions also, it comes up well. In crop propagation, it is not only propagated through suckers. There are 2 types of suckers. One is water suckers and sword suckers. For propagation purposes, we have to select only sword suckers. You can identify easily with narrow leaves and large rhizomes. Whereas in the case of these water suckers, it looks like say a miniature banana plant with broad leaves, with small rhizome is very small. You understand? That cannot be used as a for planting material on that. Coming to this, after the selection of these sword suckers, the top one you can remove that and keep the pseudostem at least 1 foot height. The rest of the thing you remove it. Then you can go for this select uniform combs. Otherwise, if you select different sizes, each one will come at a different fruits will come at different months. So harvesting will be difficult at a stretch. So segregate the size and accordingly you can plant it. You understand? You cannot get the same size for such large quantities. So you apportion these sizes and plant it. So you treat that sword suckers. How will it can be around selecting is 1.5 to 2 kg normally you can select it. Weight of this comb. And select the areas where it is not prone to any disease. While taking that, then you can avoid many problems. So suckers are to be collected from the areas where it is free of pest and diseases and nematode attack. So after that, cutting I told about, you leave only some 7 feet height, or then you sever all the roots that, and also these some of the slight diseased portions you sever it. That is called paring. So when pared means after that you dip it in the carbendazim 2 grams per liter, so that you can overcome the infections of these diseases in the corn. Prolineage is one which we are doing it for controlling this nematode. So this, the mud slurry, you dip it after the carbendazim treatment, over which you apply the carbofuran at the rate of 40 grams per suckers. That will take care of the nematodes. Otherwise, it will become a big problem when afterwards controlling this will become a heavy. Money has been involved in too avoid that, you have to go in that. Initially, you have to take the precautionary measures on that. There are different types of cultivations in banana. Wetland banana, I already told about that, and garden land banana, where normal soils, sandy loam soils. Hill banana, the contour regions, they make it and cultivate it. Padugi means in the riverbed areas, they will go for this cultivation. They have given a description on this also. Coming to this, your spacing, 2 meters into 2 meters, they are accommodating near about 2,000 plants per hectare. And also high density planting, sometimes they may recommend 2 to 3 plants per pit, but you can very well preferably go in for that. Instead of 2 meters, you can go for even 1.8 meters into 1.8 meters also. Normally it is being practiced. That you can follow that. 2 meters, or you can reduce it to 1.8 meters into a 6 feet. Already and we can go for this 6 feet into 6 feet. 1.8 meters into 1.8 meters. But planting tree, plant some areas, some problem of the shading and over pest and disease attacks are being encountered. Better avoid that. The irrigation management, they can very well go in for this. I already told that people go in for this, the giving irrigation, surface irrigation, flood irrigations, they use it. Nowadays, we can go in for in garden land cultivations, drip line irrigations, or even the irrigation under sandy loam areas. It is very well advocated. So weed management is very, very important. And while planting and crop management, because the time of nutrient applications, instead of 2, they go for split applications. The split applications, slow release of fertilizers will give a higher yield to avoid the loss of the nutrients. And manual weeding, and we can go in for this glyphosate initially before planting to eradicate fully the weeds on that, because spending money on hand weeding will become increases your cost of cultivations. Then after that we can go in for that the management aspects is very, very important. And while planting also, the use of this biofertilizer is also advocated. Using this azospirillum, phosphobacteriums, and also this I already put trichoderma. These are all essentially are being advocated by the universities or departments are recommending. Nutrients. Even some of the cases, micronutrient deficiency may arise also. Under such conditions, we can go for these micronutrients, zinc sulfate, ferrous sulfate, copper sulfate, etc. So that to increase the size and the yield of this banana. In these stages, intercropping also can be done. We can go in for this some vegetables, some elephant foot yam, beetroot, vegetables, leguminous plants, we can, but avoid cucurbitaceous vegetables because they transmit the viruses. May also go into these plants to try to avoid the vegetables, cucurbitaceous especially in these areas. While planting in these suckers, there is a lot of side suckers that comes, which is called, initially it is called peepers. That peepers you have to periodically remove, or otherwise it will grow that it will also take the nutrients from the main pseudostems. So the pseudostem will also be dwarfed and the competition will be there. So to have one main stem, the remaining peepers or side suckers should be removed periodically. The other cultivation practices are propping. Normally when bunches, that is called shooting. The flag leaf it appears, then it will have a shooting. So when there is a shooting, the bunches is there. Due to weight of the bunches, lodging may be there. So you have to go in for this. You have to crop the plants. As they do in sugarcane, what they are doing, the same way that they can go for cropping is one of the very important things because nowadays the heavy yielders are there. The grand nine means very heavy, bunch weight will be very heavy. So in that there will be a lodging of the pseudostem. Stem is also very pseudostem, right in weight. So it will lodge. To avoid the lodges and losses, go for popping. And dinner weaning is one where after the bunch is completely formed, the male buds will be there. So that is not at all required. That unnecessarily take the nutrients, they will remove that. The male bits of the last hands appeared means they will remove it. That's not required. That can be used for vegetable purposes and culinary purposes. They use it. I already about desuckering. I have told about the desuckering also then. And the bunch covering, they can cover the bunches to avoid the insect attack and good quality insect attack, good quality and remnants, to avoid the remnants. They can go for the even ventilation. Otherwise there will be some suffocation will be there. So you can go for 20% ventilation. We can cover the bunches. Mulching is also important. You can avoid the weed control, conservation of moisture, and you can go for it also afterwards it become a manure also to the crop. Cutting up is very, very important to avoid other lodging also there. Then mattocking, bunch trimming is normally done. Bunch thinning normally they will done it at the last and they will thin it to improve the fruit size for the other bunches. Last one few one they will remove it also then. Sometimes the last and that they will apply this urea also 2% in the solution. They will tie it so that the nitrogen will be flowing and increases the size of the fruits that are also being advocated by the university. And mattocking is one of the things is that normally when the shooting is there, the main shooting bunches or when it is comes out, they will allow only one suckers. After that to follow the first crop. That is called. So they will allow that. Whenever the bunching is there, they will allow one side suckers for the next crop. So after the bunching harvesting is over, we have to remove this pseudostem. Instead of completely removing from the base of this the pseudostem, at 1 foot height they will remove it, so that whatever the nutrients that's available in the rest of this the pseudostem which is already cut over portion, that can be utilized the follower of this suckers. Right. So we told about this pest, that is stem weevil, banana aphids. Banana aphids is very, very important. It is a transmission of this bunch of banana. It's one of the vector. So you have to be very, very careful on that. The thrips, lacewing bugs, which serrations of these leaves on that. And another important problem is the nematode problems. So you have to apply. If you take the roots, it will be more thickened. That can be very well identified in that. And the diseases, cicatrix.
And these are the few important diseases: Sigatoka leaf spot, anthracnose, banana disease, fusarium wilt, and freckle leaf spot. The management practices are displayed over here. You can note down the practices what all we have to follow to manage all these diseases. So if you have the time to note down these all, if you don't have time, then please pause the video and note down the important diseases that comes in banana crop. So pseudostem injection is the way how to give directly to the stem. We'll be giving the injection. So these are the growth regulators, especially Cotavala in Poovan. Spray 240 at the rate of 25 ppm within 20 days after opening of last hand, or 1.2 grams of sodium salt to be dissolved in 40 liters of water for 200 bunches. For 200 bunches we can use this much amount of water. Then maturity index. The dwarf bananas are ready for harvest within 11 to 14 months after planting, while tall cultivars take about 14 to 16 months to harvest. So every bunch will take 90 to 120 days to mature after shooting. The maturity of banana is indicated by drying of top leaves, change in color of fruits from dark green to light green, and tendency of the floral end of the fruit to fall by slightest touch by hand. The mature fruit become plumpy and all the angles are filled in completely. When tapped, the fruit gives metallic sound. So here we have displayed the yield of different varieties. Puvan gives around 40 to 50 tons per hectare per year. Mundan 30 to 40 tons. Rastali 40 to 50 tons. Robusta 50 to 60 tons. Dwarf Cavendish 50 to 60 tons. Grand Naine 65 tons. Nendran 30 to 35 tons per hectare per year. So these are the value additions or uses of banana. So banana fruit rich occurs of potassium, and calorific value of banana is 67 to 137 per 100 grams. Calories I'm talking about. Banana leaf is considered as biological value, especially for the food purpose. The central core of the pseudostem is used as a vegetable. The banana pseudostem is also used for manufacturing paper and boards. Dehydrated fruit also can be used. That means after taking out the moisture, and for juice and for cooking purpose, especially fruit stem flour, all we are using for the cooking purpose, aesthetic purpose, ornamental purpose, and candies means are especially for chocolate purposes. So these are the research stations which are involved to do research in banana, especially NRCB, National Research Center for Banana, FRS Fruit Research Station in Gujarat, CICH, Central Institute for Subtropical Horticulture at Lucknow, Taiwan Banana Research Institute in Taiwan, Banana Asian Pacific Network. So these are the few research stations which are involving in to do research in banana crop. Thank you so much. So this is all about the banana crop. Please note down all the important points and please submit back in Google Classroom. Thank you so much.